guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday. Hey, you know what, men? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited. We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 58. It's the New York Jets taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings.
If they lose, I want my money back.
Set to kick off.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball's supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Ball complete to Cook. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
To throw now in his own end zone. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And they run the option on second down. He's going to have the first down past the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. First down. Little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This one worked quite well on that play.
His way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's an excellent start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
At the 40-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. 23 yards the pickup there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They had 3 out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
Cook on the carry. Taken down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas, right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it up. Right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left.
That's good for another Minnesota Vikings.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10. Jets, nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, you can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
3-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Faking the give, Darnold. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. So they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a run with Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Vikings 10, Jets 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Vikings take over first.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now second.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end. The pull-up run gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now the tackle that time by James Lynch. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. James Lynch, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 11. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Second and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 8-yard line.
Toward the left sideline time, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold from the gun. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here's the Jets punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. As he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 42-yard.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they will finally bring this one back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal. Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and...
Tried to give it to the first man through on 3rd and goal, denied.
Yeah, how about how they sold out on that play? Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game. And they had everyone tracking the football. Didn't let him through.
Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Dancing to his left. To the right side, complete to Jefferson. Now he's strapped. He lost the football. And scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. James Lynch, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And again, this time to the tailback. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Number 9, the ball carrier.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brian Poole on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got daylight. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game, but I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11.
Has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold to throw again. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This is Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13.
Jets 13.
So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A throw, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
Number 9.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Vikings a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll try the jet sweep here.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
Vikings 23, Jets 13.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Darnold and the Jets now. Down by 10. A minute 55 remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Darnold now to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Darnold. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Darnold to Boyle here over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Again, Darnold, 7 yards there and a 1st down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. Super Bowl champions, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
They are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.